Tying a roast. Take one. So what I've got is a kitchen towel that I'm going to practice on because it's easy and you can tie it as many times as you want without worrying about messing up. So I'm just rolling it up into kind of a shape. Next thing I've got is a big spool of kitchen twine, and I peeled off a little bit, but I'm not cutting it yet. I'm going to leave it on the spool and kind of feed it off as I go. So step one is going to be tuck that string underneath there. I've got the short end in my right hand, long end in my left hand. And there's kind of a sequence here, and if you can remember the sequence, you'll be pretty good. So, first one is to go over the long end. Then I'm going to go under the long end, around the short end, under the long end, and now I've got a little loop here. So I'm going to go back over and through the loop. So effectively, we've created a square knot. Now we're not going to pull this real tight because we want to cinch it down by pulling up on the long end and just bring it down snug onto your roast. Now I'm going to continue on and do what's called a running truss, which is kind of using the entire string as you go along. So I'm creating a loop, feeding it around, and pulling it up. We're going to space these at about 1 inch. And as you pull it up, you can kind of get it so that the string stays centered along the whole thing. And don't worry about it being too slack right now. Just pull it up kind of relatively taut. Another loop. Grab, pull around. And cinch it up. And we'll do another one. And another one. And another one. Now at this point I've got things pretty well tied up, but I'm going to continue trussing this on the back side to bring these knots into line. And now I'm going to have to cut my string, but I'm going to cut it a little bit long, so I'm just measuring down the length of the entire thing plus about that much more. And what I do now is I feed it over and under. 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 And now I'm going to flip it back over and use this end and finish it off with what's called a surgeon's knot, which is basically a simple square knot where you would fold it over and under, except this time we're going over and under one additional time. So we have 3 twists, which gives it a little bit more friction and holds better. And now we're going to come back over and under and pull it taut. And there you have a trussed rose.